So we finally got the alliance challenges. This is kind of interesting because a lot of new exploits have came with it. I'm not gonna state any exploits, but I'm sure they're quite well aware. Most of the alliance challenges are pretty easy though. I mean, I don't really get why most of them are kind of the same. I'm sure they're gonna fix that eventually. Like a silver crate is literally the same as a a medium crate sometimes, and so on and so forth. I can imagine like the mining gold probably will be definitely standard for the crates, for the higher end crates, because that would probably make more sense. Controlling TCs, that just seems kind of easy, honestly. I mean, I could go take 2 TCs right now. I mean, nobody's guarding them. Nobody ever guards them. It's pretty easy. I mean, imagine in the future, probably the crates might, you know, actually be more of a gamble. More people, more active players and whatnot, guarding things. So I could see where definitely in the future it could be definitely something that could actually be hard to obtain and whatnot. The individual challenges that should be that should be coming. That they said that this last week, I believe. The event development begins now. That they're talking about right now. Let me see if I can't get out of this. So the team has also started developing the first in-game event in Gold Ink, which that's actually not really true because we've had multiple server versus standings, events and stuff like that this entire time. So it's definitely not the first event that we've had. So um, I'm not gonna read that shit. The team has also started developing the first in-game event in Gold Ink. We're beyond excited for this one. I think it will be competitive and a blast for players, with some cool rewards. More to come on this as we progress and develop. So I think we're finally getting skins. I think that's what the special force customization update is. I think we're finally getting skins to add to all the rest of this. I hope. I mean, make it to where you can remove all your ammo and actually equip all your ammo, in which it was kind of a tedious process before. If you wanted to, you really couldn't take away your ammo. It was just like, yeah, he has it, the motherfucker's just hoarding it. I don't know why. I don't know where he stuck it, but but I mean, some of the I could see like we're equipped in all the ammo and all the armor. That could be kind of cool. The guns and the armor. I mean, yeah, I could see where that's if you're leveling up. But the only thing they're going to be helping is some other situations that I was just talking about a little bit beforehand. Drag and drop onto special force for quickly apply. So I can imagine like this is going to be like with their wallet implementation. Like this is possibly what they're going to be doing as the first like actual in-game wallet. That's what it's going to be. Like your items are going to be displayed to you for the entire like if you have an item that you bought in game, you're going to be able to see it. If you bought a gun, you're going to be able to see it. You're going to know you have it. You're going to know how many you have of that. And I can imagine they might do like an inventory of like you have this of this, like you have 25 of these, you have 16 of these. It's not going to be spread out. It's just going to be kind of, I mean, the levels might get out of hand, but maybe not. Going back up here. A war visual update. Now, I could imagine this is just probably an animation. That's what I can imagine. I mean, a war visual update, it's probably just the animation on the screens from whenever your troops go across the map, wherever they're fighting. There probably will be some difference in how they look whenever they travel from destination to destination. I'm guessing maybe they might even add timers to certain ones. Because, like, right after that, they're adding War Mechanics update. Now, the War Mechanics update, I could see them, like, if, for instance, like a helicopter might go faster than a tank. You know what I mean? And then we're going towards, like, Element, like 115 here shortly. And that's basically, like, a fuel source that is, think of it like throwing nitrogen inside your fucking minivan, and that thing's gonna go. It might not go far, but it's gonna go. So it's basically like we're souping up tanks, shotguns. I think it's not just gonna be the shotgun. I think it's gonna be all the guns. I think you're gonna be able to do Element 115 in each of the guns, because I think the shotgun was just something that they could easily whip up and show you guys for right now. UI adjustments and quality of life changes. Now that's what I'm kind of curious about. Now I'm like, what are they doing with quality of? I don't know. I don't know if that means quality of life changes, or I don't know what the fuck that means. But that's the only thing I looked up. It says quality of life. So I don't know if they're gonna try to fix these three right here and make it to where like they take all of our answers, not answers, what's the fucking word I'm looking for? They're taking all the, I'm just gonna skip over this one. New home base building release. Now, I imagine they're probably gonna change the way the home base building looks. It's probably just gonna be a whole new style of just the way it's animated. It's probably gonna look probably bigger. There's a bunch of squares on the actual base platform, or like on the when you go into your home base, there's a bunch of empty spots, and it actually used to be a lot more. When you first start out, you'll notice how empty your base is, but as you expand, it starts taking up some of these spots, but not everything. And there's a lot of empty spots. And I can imagine that they're just trying to compensate for some of the spots that they were going to do some stuff with, they're no longer going to do stuff with. I talked about this with somebody just a couple days ago, and I'm kind of thinking like, Element 115, gems, all that stuff, throw all that into, a mix. You might get a bomb, nuke. And somebody else just says it's kind of for defense. So I'm like, if it is for defense, I could see where like it shoots like, let's say you're away from your base, you leave your army there, and you know you have no way of actually beefing up any more DPS. The better way, I mean, just buying some missiles and having it, whenever somebody sends some artillery, whatever they send, they start getting picked off, is what he was saying. I mean, I was thinking, kind of use both ways, maybe. I mean, I was more thinking that, like, we're sending nukes. We're sending nukes, you know what I mean, to people. Like, I'm down for that. Like, if you want to kill somebody, you send a nuke. I mean, I can see where that could be a little bit OP. It might not be realistic, but maybe he was right. The airstrip. Now, I'm kind of curious, like. I think this might be. I mean, I know like they have the research facility right here, but like the only thing I can think of with an airstrip is maybe we're going to be able to load different types of ammunition into our like vehicles or something like that. I mean, I don't know what the purpose of the airstrip could be possibly, other than just them. Maybe they're just throwing in another animation just to have like, hey, you have an airstrip now. I mean, I really don't get it. I don't know what it could be for. I really haven't talked with anybody about it because it's like it just says airstrip. I mean, I could think with the missile launcher, but the airstrip, the only thing I could think is it's a kind of a research facility to where you could either equip ammo, research more things for your vehicles and whatnot. But I mean, that's what I thought that was for. But um, regional slash zone restructuring. Now, somebody else I was speaking with another server thought like maybe they're gonna link every server, and I was just like, that's no. I couldn't see them doing that. That's maybe if they did that, that would be fun. I'm down. I'm I am 100% down for whatever the fuck happens. Because that would just be a lot of fun. A lot of people would get, I mean, everybody's on an even playing field right now. It used to be server 101 used to be on top, went down to server 102, now it's 103, and it's been 103 for the longest. So, I mean, 103 came in at the last time. So, I mean, since we're the highest, it technically everybody's on an even playing field. You want to come back play the game, we're all same zones, same regions. I mean, I could imagine this is just not even that, but it's more like we're probably just getting like mountains moved and trees replaced and stuff like I could see more so that than them actually merging the servers together. If they merge the servers together, that would be devastating for some, but fun for others because others that actually play PvP and do things of that nature, they would they would have some fun. I mean, most of the time people think everybody that just TPs in and starts toying with you is like a troll, but they're not always a troll, but sometimes they get bored and they want to come in and they see an empty server which looks like it's empty or it looks like it's an empty region or empty zone or whatever, and they just start coming in and attacking people, and for god knows what reason, if you left your base down unprotected, that's Kyle would say that's your own damn fault. I mean, I'm saying it's your own damn fault. Just because you have the luxury of sitting in your zone doesn't mean you always will. Just keep that in mind. There's always going to be somebody that's going to come in and fuck with you. That's just the name of the game. And I can't wait for the new notification system. Now, they also said that at one point, I can't remember where, but somebody said, and I think it was Kyle, that we're going to be able to reinforce. Oh, yeah, right here. We're going to be able to reinforce your like home bases. That's going to be OP because there's going to be some bases out there, and I know some people that are going to just be doing some. You're going to find out real quick what's the whole purpose of having a good alliance, is what I'm saying. Like, if somebody is a bank and you're sending all the money to the leader and nobody's using their troops, whatever, and basically the alliance, let's just say the alliance leader has an OP army that just can't be killed. And for instance, somebody reinforces him that has the same match army almost, and so on and so forth. Basically, nobody's going to be able to hit those stats in that region depending on certain circumstances. And when if you have like such high enough stats, and let's say you just want to go away for a little bit and you just want to send your army there, you send your entire army there. I mean, your militia, that's a completely different story. I don't know if they're going to change the cap because I feel like they really should. There shouldn't be a 10,000 cap. That doesn't make any sense. I know. I mean, it sounds weird, but I mean, like, it just doesn't make any sense. Why is there a 10,000 cap? Like, just because you're reinforcing somebody else doesn't mean it would be OP. That's the whole purpose of being in an alliance and taking out people. Because I know there's multiple scenarios where I could have definitely taken out an enemy, but it I didn't have the militia. I mean, the militia cap just basically cut me out. So, if I was to be able to have like 100K militia, I definitely would have been able to take out some, higher enemies or people that are just zeroing in and taking over the place and doing that whole, yeah. So that's pretty much Gold Ink in a nutshell. If you're new to the game, I mean, well, thanks for joining. But you're getting in probably at the best time. It wouldn't be the worst time, but if you got a little money underneath you, you could definitely level up, find yourself a home, find yourself a good alliance. There is some people here that love to troll just to mess with you. Don't let them get to you. Don't even talk to them. That's what I've learned. You put more energy into the whole thing, they're just gonna keep coming back. But the update's dropping tonight. I mean, it's good news. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure everybody else is looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think. Have a good one. Till next time.